Hey guys, so it's here bringing you another video. Now, this is another episode of Unranked to Diamond. This is the series where I take a fresh account, Smurf account, never played ranked before, and show you the adventure to Diamond. So I have locked in Lee Sin mid lane, or potentially top, but most likely mid. As the recent episodes, I think I've been playing champions that I should probably just... I don't know, they're not great at carrying, that I'm just going to go back on a champion that I'm very comfortable on and hopefully get a good performance on him. And then, yeah, we can see what happens. But currently, we are Platinum 5, 59 LP in about, well, just under 50 games or around 50 games, which is not terrible. I will be honest, I have got a Diamond account from Unranked to Diamond in the past in literally 50 games. It was the 50th game I hit Diamond. We're not going to do it this time because we've got 15 losses, which a lot of them losses probably... I don't know, it's hard to say, could be avoided. Maybe if I played better, maybe if I played champions that I know I can carry on, potentially. But yeah, playing Lee Sin. I want to go mid. I want to mid versus yes. I don't want to go versus Nasus. The reason for that is because Nasus, by level 9, will basically make Lee Sin completely useless because of how they scale, where Yasuo will most likely stay squishy. And a squishy target, Lee Sin pretty much can always kill. So hopefully I can play well. Hopefully I can show you the power of mid lane Lee Sin, as it used to be a very strong thing back in Season 2. And then maybe even a bit of Season 3. And obviously Lee Sin is my most played champion for the last 3 years. So I don't play him a lot nowadays, but kind of when... It's like riding a bike. If you've played a champion a lot in the past, you don't tend to forget how to play them okay. It was kind of like my Zed from a recent episode that I did from the stream. But anyway, let's go into loading screen. I think this is going to be the locked-in team comp. So our team comp's interesting. So is theirs. Both has kind of a good late game. They are more AD-centric than we are, so that could be something to itemize against. But obviously, Karma does do damage as well. So let's get into the game and see what ratings everybody is and all that type of thing. Okay, welcome to loading screen. So as you can see, the enemy team has a 53.1% chance to win this game. Heavily favoured for the enemy team. But anyway, let's go through the rankings. So let's start with me, Platinum 5, Thresh Platinum 4, Nocturne Platinum 2, Fizz Platinum 3 was Diamond last season, and Callista Platinum 3. So the recent losses that we've actually had has probably brought the MMR of the account a little bit down. Obviously, the majority of people still are Platinum 2 in the game, but still it's worth mentioning. Enemy team, Gragas Platinum 2, Yasuo Platinum 2, Lucian Platinum 2 was Diamond last season, Nasus Platinum 2, and Karma Platinum 2 with Ignite. That's also worth noting. So... Any other Smurfs potentially in the game? So obviously the way to tell if there's a Smurf is low normal wins and also low ranked wins. And obviously for the last ranked season, what rank were they and all that stuff. So looking at this, I will probably say no. There's no other Smurfs in the game. You can see everybody who has relatively low ranked games. You know, the Yasuo, the Nocturne. They both were ranked last season. So that kind of is a given that they're not really a Smurf. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yasuo versus Zed, it's a fun matchup, and if either of these champions gets ahead, they can actually snowball the lane. So hopefully I'm on point, hopefully I can play very well, and hopefully I can show you the power of Lee Sin mid. Okay, welcome to the game. So as mentioned, I am playing Lee Sin mid. Lee Sin being my most played champion for the last 3 years, mainly in the jungle role, but I still in these years have played a lot of Lee Sin mid lane and Lee Sin top lane. Haven't done it in a while. But, you know, I said in Champion Select, it's like riding a bike. You know, once you've ridden a bike, you don't really forget it. It's the same with, like, League of Legends champions. You may be rusty, but you should be still to a decent level on that champion. So the matchup that I'm in is Lee Sin versus Yasuo, both squishy champions, and I'll probably say whoever gets ahead will probably snowball the lane, or even the game. And what I say by that is that whoever gets ahead will most likely kill the other person fairly easily in the mid-game. And then, you know, it's a lot about roaming, who gets the correct roams in, who actually allows their team to play well, basically. So that'll be interesting to also note. But our team comp. So we've got Fizz, AP Fizz top lane, so that is AP damage, that's not bad. We've got a Nocturne jungle who's become more popular recently. We've got obviously Lee Sin mid, Callista AD carry, and a Thresh support. So I like our team comp in general, just how is it going to compare to the enemy team comp is what you always have to kind of think. So the big thing to say is a Nasus top lane versus a Fizz. If a Fizz doesn't get ahead in the early game, I think he may struggle in that lane. He may be able to free farm the Fizz, but I don't know if Fizz will be able to kill Nasus. We'll have to see. Gragas jungle, again, fairly popular. Used to be more popular than he is already now, but he's still okay. Yasuo, obviously very good in the current meta, but I find that most people aren't very good at playing him. and then Lucian Karma. Weird lane, honestly, but it can work. Lot of damage. So he took Q first. That's kind of interesting. The reason I'm taking E first is literally just to push it up into his tower. Because, you know, I like pushing people in to make them, like, awkwardly last hit. So yeah, we'll see if he misses a couple. Like, I missed one by pushing it early, but that's okay. Yeah, he's missing... So he hit 5 as well, so he didn't actually miss any. That's not that bad. Kind of have to sometimes remember that I'm a bit in a higher rating than I thought, you know, sometimes. Okay, I went very aggressive then. I don't know, I was kind of thinking he might have gone all in, not thinking he knew the power of Lee Sin level 2. A lot of the time when you're playing lane Lee Sin, you just really randomly get a kill on people at level 2. It's probably the most common level that Lee Sin mids get a kill. But that's fine. It gives him a bit of pressure on me at the moment, but it's not really going to do much for him. I've got him in a pretty good place anyway. Oh, I tried to dodge the knock-up. Got him. Okay. So as I said, burning the Ignite wasn't terrible at level 2 because it just gave me lane and health advantage. He obviously still has Ignite, but he didn't use it. But anyway, I'm going to push this up and then go back. So recently as well, I actually said that obviously the higher rating we go, obviously the game becomes harder. And during this series, I probably put about 50% of my attention while playing the game into commentating instead of playing. So if in the next few episodes, and even throughout the rest of the series, I'm a little bit quieter, a little bit less active in actually speaking, the reason for that is because I'm actually trying to win the game. And I'm just going to concentrate very heavily on actually playing well. Because I don't think I've actually been concentrating on playing well for quite some time. Probably until like the start of the series. Because obviously the start of the series with low-rated people, and that was fairly easy to do well with even out, you know, with not concentrating. Where against Platinum 2 people on average, you know, they're not Diamond players, but they still are pretty good. You know, a good Platinum player on his day will easily beat a Diamond player if the Diamond player is having a bad day. So yeah. Just thought I'd mention that as well. Also, I'd mention that I'm back in the comment section. This video is basically just me also saying that I had a break from the comment section. I think I needed one, and I feel really refreshed and happy again. So hopefully that again will show in the recent or upcoming videos. Anyway, so we're in a pretty good position. So he went another Doran's Blade. Okay. Interesting. Obviously, okay, a lot of people may be like, is that a bad thing? It's not a terrible thing. But what you have to know about Doran's Blades is that they're a very good early game item. Obviously, you know, they're very cost efficient. But what they're not efficient in is helping you actually achieve your later game build. Because obviously, a Doran's doesn't build into anything. It's a standalone item. That was a lot of damage on him then. That was really nice. Right, they have a Gragas jungle. I'm surprised he hasn't come mid lane yet. But that, you know, he hasn't had amazing chances to come mid lane, I guess. Okay. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Greg, no flash. Yes, no ignite. That was unfortunate that he had to show up right at the time that I was kind of mentioning him, but that's okay. Did get a couple of summoners for it, so again, it's not the end of the world. By that. I think I can easily kill the Yasuo one-on-one. And then there goes my pink straight away. Oh, that was really not worth it. But yeah, that's fine. Okay. So I'm ahead on CS still, even though I've died. Obviously, he's died once as well, but still. He's got a big minion wave building up here. He is now level 6. He will most likely go back by, and then, I don't know, we're probably going to have like a full-out brawl when I hit level 6. Should be fun. As I said, this matchup, I've played it a couple times, and it is really fun. I've played this matchup where I've absolutely wrecked. I've also played this matchup where I've got wrecked. And yeah, it pretty much goes that way every time. Either one of the people will most likely just do amazingly well. I don't know why, really, as well. You know, but Yasuo technically has the stronger late game. But I think Lee Sin has an advantage early. But he also, Lee Sin in the late game, a lot of people say, you know, Lee Sin sucks late game. He doesn't. His damage falls off, sure, but it doesn't fall off compared to squishy targets. If he goes up against a squishy person, he's still going to kill that squishy person. Even in the late game, most likely. Anyway, he's got Avarice Blade now. Bot lane is dead. They have been struggling from what I've been seeing on the minimap. So that doesn't surprise me, you know, entirely. Okay, I'm getting camped a little bit. I'm kind of expecting to be camped, I'll be honest. You know, as well, you never know if it's going to be a duo queue in the jungle and mid lane in these games. And I do get camped most games, but, you know, it's kind of to be expected by now. So looking at the time, Gragas should be going off to do blue buff. Oh, whoops. So I wouldn't think he'd be mid lane. If he is mid lane, then he's basically ganking instead of doing buffs. Again, Nocturne, he's ganking instead of doing red. That's not very efficient, especially he's at half health. He's really not being efficient. He's standing there at half health, not doing anything while this is going on. So some Lee Sins in lane tend to max E. You can max E if you like. It's an okay okay rush order to do. It basically just gives you a lot more pushing power. Yeah, I have no idea why Nocturne ganked to half health. That was just a bad idea. So he waited around for like a minute and then just died instantly. Okay, they got one kill. I'm guessing Gragas dove. But then Lucian picked up another one. Okay, Kalista got a double. That's not bad. But yeah, I don't know. That was kind of weird play by Nocturne there. Okay. Tip. Don't use Windwall randomly. It's like a 15-second cooldown on average, so if you without that, it basically allows me to do whatever I want for the next 15 seconds, especially as someone like a Lee Sin who kind of relies on his Q to hit to do a lot of damage. I've just got to be careful when his third proc comes up. Because his third proc will still, like his ult proc, will do a lot of damage to me. I think I'm going to get some lifesteal. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that one. No, cannon. Damn it. I mucked up. Yeah, I'm going to get some lifesteal next pack because sustaining versus this guy is probably a good idea. Most Yasuo's run lifesteal in their runes. I don't know if this guy is. I presume he is though because he is... Oh yeah, he has 2 Doran's Blades as well. That makes sense. But he is sustaining really nicely. More than me. Fizz died. This Nocturne, I'm going to say it. Every lane he's going to, people are dying. So, I don't know whether he's going at really bad times or the Gragas is just playing well. But he went to bot lane and people died. He went to top lane, Fizz died. It's like he baits people into going in and then doesn't back them up or something. Bot lane is dead. This game is not going very well. And it's kind of like an even mid lane at the moment. So I haven't really got any traction yet. Okay, Fizz has gone down there. I'm going to just run here. Okay, he's over there. They're just kiting him. There's nothing that Fizz can do. Yeah, he just got completely wrecked. I don't think Fizz is great in the top lane anymore, by the way. People may also ask. You know, AD Fizz was great. Oh, I mucked up. This Gragas is being really... like a pain. Okay, that Yasuo's not very good, but again, when he's getting quite a lot of help from the Gragas, not much you can do. Yes, no, sums. This is what I said though, like top lane, this Fizz is always going to struggle versus Anasa's. I think it was kind of a weird pick, considering, yeah, he just rushed Spirit Visage and now he's free farming. Like, is this guy just suiciding? No? Okay. That was weird. For us to win this game, I just think we need to kind of farm up, get to like a mid-late game, and then hopefully we can outpower them. But, I don't know, we do have tank killers. I love people like this, Fizz. It's like, what? If you're the one that always complains, don't pick a champion, or don't pick a matchup that kind of is always going to be in the enemy's favour. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really somebody to kind of type that stuff anyway. I don't see the point in typing "I'm done" in chat. A lot of people do in League though. It's like, okay, you might be having a bad game, but why are you telling your whole team? They don't really need to know. I'm gonna roam. I could go for the mid tower, but always kind of scared that Gragas is gonna be there. Nice, okay. That was good. Oh, there's a pink in there. Double kill. That's really good. Yeah, he's got his Shiv now. He does have a level advantage as well. Okay, Gragas is there. Dude. Don't quite have enough, like, pure AD. I don't think there's much point helping this Fizz. I think he should just try and free farm. And, yeah, because I don't think Nocturne and Fizz can kill him. I think he might be doing this. He was. Okay. I was trying to kick him into tower, but I didn't get the angle. Okay, Fizz has died 1-on-1 now. And now he's the one calling FF20. Yeah, you're the one doing really bad, so the rest of us are doing okay. Like, as I said, you don't need to be the hero every game. I've said this a lot. And just because this Fizz is doing bad doesn't mean the game is over. He just has to find himself being useful in some way. And even if that is just being a distraction, that, you know, he jumps on Lucian, he'll die. But if it's just a distraction enough that we can then kill the rest of the team, that's good enough. But this Fizz is probably somebody that gets very unhappy if he doesn't get a lot of kills. Which obviously is not a great way to play. But yeah, if I was this Fizz, like, I would just... He's rushing Lichbane, which again is a terrible idea. Go into the Glacial instead. It gives you tankiness, it still gives you damage with the Sheen proc. Do that instead, and hey presto, you might be able to survive a little bit more and be a bit more useful. As obviously, it's a big tip, you know, you're not useful if you're dead. A lot of people focus too heavily on getting kills or like farming, but they die for it. Where honestly, a lot of the time, just focus on dying less, and you'll probably find you're a lot more useful. Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that because I just keep getting baited. Yeah, I don't know why I went in then. He's just gonna die, maybe. Oh, that was actually not bad play. Luckily, Nocturne ult was up though. Alright, not terrible. Bot lane is really pushed though. Like the enemy bot lane has absolutely wrecked our bot lane. You know, even scores and all that, sure, but 120 odd CS to 90, he's 30 ahead. Mid lane's relatively even again. Okay, top lane is like 60 difference, so that's kind of the biggest. But yeah, jungle on Nocturne is ahead, but that's kind of to be expected. It's a Nocturne versus a Gragas in farming. But yeah, winning this game, I'm trying to think, it's going to be awkward. If I can kill the Lucian late game pretty easily, then that will help. But it's the Nasus. Oh, we ain't going to do this. Oh yeah, a lot of people also say I say Nasus weird. It's just the way I say it. You know, there's not a rule book or whatever of how you say champions. It's kind of a regional thing. Like all me and my friends, we all say Nasus. We don't say Nasus. They're like all missing. Is he dead again? Yeah, I think Fizz is dead. Yeah. I have to say, this Gragas has had a pretty good game. Like, he's been a solid member of the enemy team. He's mid again. I suppose it's the only lane that is kind of losing in terms of KD. Like, he's ahead on farm a little bit now because he's just had pressure because I couldn't farm when Gragas was here. But yeah, it's the only lane that's kind of lost. Or gone, let's say, even, if you want to say that. So he probably wants to put mid lane ahead, and it's funny because he's actually been mid lane a lot this game, but he just hasn't had like a crazy impact. Just an annoying one, really. Knowing my luck, there'll be people here. They might be doing dragon.
We do what we must.
No. Warding it, or they were mid lane. I'm gonna go back. So I'm going the Hydra next item. Basically just gives you the attack reset and nice burst. Okay, sure. Wow. I'm guessing he wasn't looking for a while. But they have control. Like, this Nocturne hasn't had any jungle control this game, so yeah. Gragas has had all the control. And she's dead. Yeah, I think this is going to be a loss again. Jesus, I need a win. I picked Lee thinking that I might be able to have an impact, but yeah, everybody around the map is just getting really fed. Like, again, a lot of people say you wouldn't do anything anyway, you're late game Lee Sin. I've carried late games on Lee Sin regularly. Like, you just have to play it correctly as Lee Sin late game and you'll be fine. Like I said, his damage falls off to tanks. His damage doesn't fall off to squishies. You can still kill the AD carry. And that's what I'd want to do. But when there's a 3-0 Nasus, a very tanky, 116 Gragas, there's a massive tank wall now in front of him. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get to this Lucian very easily. Unfortunately. So yeah, and then Fizz is doing random farming things, I guess. It was interesting. How many stacks does Nasus have? 500 odd in 18, 19 minutes. Okay, that's not bad farming, but I guess he's at a free lane. I don't want to get baited from you again. He throws that out very willy-nilly. What are you doing? Okay, I can kind of see why he lost lane now. Just randomly walking in. Oh, okay. I wanted the Karma because I thought I got the kill. I thought it was going to be a free kill and I could have queued out, but it didn't end up that way. That was a 4v5 and we lost. Yeah, we're just way too weak. Nocturne's gone pure damagey build. He even went Warrior on Nocturne, that's weird. Normally Devourer, but still. So yeah, pure damagey build. Don't need to say about him. My build's okay, it has weaknesses, but... and then Callista's build's fine, but she's just behind. This is going to be a hard game if it actually continues. But we'll see. We will persevere. God damn. I think they went in this jungle. Yeah, they did. This is going to be interesting. So I'm hoping Lucian is basing here. So I got Gragas instead of the Lucian. Okay. So they both based in the same bush. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that Gragas would continue to go to the jungle. And Lucian would be there basing by himself. That would have been a free kill, but... oh well! I couldn't get the angle. Oh, okay. Oh, I couldn't get the last Q off! Damn it! Yeah, look, he does a lot of damage this Nocturne, but he dies, like, instantly. I'd get some tankiness in there, and then he might be actually, like, pretty beefy and pretty hard to kill. Uh-oh. I think they're okay. Yeah, they're okay. Did Fizz die again? I think he did. Oh, yeah. There's a Nasus currently on our base turrets, and Fizz has decided not to go and stop him, or at least try. But, yeah. Okay. I'd say, all I'll say to you guys at home is, if you're having a bad game, if you're getting completely owned in the 1v1 matchup, don't get angry. As I said, just basically just think to yourself, okay, what do I need to do to stay relevant this game and to stay useful this game? A lot of people don't think about this. A lot of people just rage out and then they're useless the rest of the game. But if you actually think in your head, okay, if I, for this example, this Fizz, if I just farm up as much as I can, don't die to this guy anymore, don't give him the turrets which he wants, etc., and just basically, in the late game, hopefully farm up enough so I can be... this guy is stupidly fed. Fizz is dead again. He just did half of my health with 1Q. I think this game's going to be a loss, but it's a loss that you can kind of learn from, so it's not that bad. It's a loss that basically means don't pick a matchup that is just definitely not going to go in your favour. And I do say, like, you know, if you play a champion amazingly well, pick it. But looking at the loading screen, this guy doesn't play Fizz. So, like, he's not picking something anyway that he plays all the time. You know, so my example of that kind of goes out the window. Just play stuff that you know. Play stuff that you know is going to win the matchup, or at least should. And, yeah, you'll probably go up a lot quicker and a lot easier and less stressful. And, yeah, as again, don't get yourself stressed out if you're losing, because there's always something you can do. He just walked straight into me. I shouldn't have got that kill, but I'll take it. They might be doing Baron. Like, they obviously, Nasus would be nice for them to have to do Baron, but I don't think they need him. I think they can easily do it without him. And I'm going to say no because it's a no anyway. Oh, no, they're not. Let's see if I can kill Lucian. Or they will just kill him for me. So they are making mistakes, but then we have this guy to deal with. So he just double killed them. Hi, Nasus. Oh my god. I understand you're fed. Wow, he's so strong. Yeah, what's happened this game, okay, you guys have watched the game, is that Fizz got owned, and instead of basically just playing a little bit more careful, he still probably went fairly all-in. His item build is a very all-in build, rushing Lich Bane, and he got completely obliterated for it. You know, he didn't think ahead. He just thought, no, I'm going to continue building damage because that's what a Fizz does. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. These games happen all the time. They happen in Bronze, they happen in Diamond, and sometimes just someone on the enemy team is just way too strong. As I said, you can carry 1v5, and that is exactly what this Nasus is doing this whole game. Good example, basically. But yeah, that kind of sucks for the series, though. That means this would have been the third loss in a row, if this obviously is going to be a loss. Need to get back on track with the wins. I think we had like a 8 win streak or a 10 win streak or something earlier in the season on this series, and that hasn't happened for a while. But yeah, no, she's dead. What build did she go? No, she went the Runen build. Don't actually see that many people building Runens on her anymore. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know. Yeah, let's go with this bush. Hello, my friend. And they're not there. They're probably going mid to group. Thresh should just go mid, honestly. Oh no. If I know where Yasuo is, I could probably go all in. This guy just continuously wants to surrender. That's killed me, potentially. Damn. The reason I'm not really going to go back there is I think the game is pretty much over anyway. Because we cannot stop this. So, yeah, unfortunate. So that was episode, oh god, 47 is this, I think. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned some stuff in today's episode, at least just to help yourself. And I guess some people get happy when I lose in this series because that means there's going to be more episodes, I guess. Oh, I was about to kill Karma. But anyway, there you go. So thanks very much for watching. We'll see what score we got and how much damage we did. But yeah, just an underwhelming game. But these games happen. You can't get that demoralised from them because they happen to everybody, not just you. And it's part of solo queue. So we lost 14. So yeah, we are starting to lose a little bit more than we used to. Obviously, a few losses in a row basically makes it, you know, that the MMR is going to drop a little bit. But we won B+. Oh, that's respectable. I'd say that's fine considering everything. We went 5-5-2. Again, that's okay. The only... Okay, Nocturne actually had a positive KD as well. I had a neutral KD. 179 CS, most in our team. And yeah, it was just a kind of lame game. And then damage done, we did... Yeah, everybody on our team relatively the same amount. You know, me, Nocturne, and Callista. Callista a little bit ahead. And then the enemy team, Nasus had the most. But that is it. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully, again, you enjoyed this episode. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you haven't. And share with a friend if you got any friends. See ya.